Well, good afternoon. Let's see. Today is the 12th day of the 11th month of 2021. Um, let's see. Welcome to a chat with the old lady next door. That's me. I am just your average person who is older, been around the block a few times, kind of know what's going on. So basically, show here is going to be fairly short. It'll be in the news today, my opinion, your opinion, philosophy, and who knows, maybe some cooking because I love to cook and I love to share recipes. So that's kind of how it is. In the news today, let's see what we have here. Um, da, 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 da. Oh, let's see what we got. Yeah. Well, let's see. The former police officer who fatally shot Breonna Taylor is trying to get his old job back. That's definitely in the news. Let's see what else. Uh, Career Insider. No, I don't need that. I am retired and glad. Trending. Let's see. The SEC. Securities and Exchange Commission rejected a proposal for an ETF that would directly hold Bitcoin. Okay, I don't know what an ETF is. Maybe you do. I'm kind of lost. So the other thing that was up today is, sorry, I had to read it and then kind of like respond mentally. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki has responded to a shouted question about Aaron Rodgers, football player. We know who he is. Vaccine comments. And her response is, you know how we feel about misinformation. We're against it. Kind of like end of conversation. What else is going on in the news today? Let's see. Hold on. There's stuff about Adele and her gorgeous new costume. Woohoo! Meghan Markle and Prince Harry made the ultimate royal entrance at the Freedom Gala. Okay, gorgeous dress. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red dress if you haven't seen it. Let's see. A Myanmar court has sentenced American journalist Danny Fenster to 11 years in prison. They're accusing him of all kinds of things that have to do with, basically sedition against them. It's a military junta that's running the country, and it's been kind of scary for any sort of journalists who have been trying to report on this. He was arrested as he was trying to leave the country, Myanmar, which is way on the other side of the planet from where I live, which is Western Oregon. So he was arrested as he was trying to leave the country. He was allegedly encouraging dissent against the military. He had unlawful association, and he breached immigration law. And they're also looking at new charges of terrorism and sedition. That's pretty scary. American journalist, I don't know whether any of this is true. I somehow doubt it. When you have a country like Myanmar, they've been in the news a lot about how they are really basically trying to crush all opposition to the military in their country. It's been pretty scary there. Let's see what else is going on today. Let's see the climate talks that are going on. How doomed are we if Earth warms by more than 1.5 degrees centigrade? Um, let's see. Hmm. 1.5 degrees centigrade equals, oh, here we go. Yep. 1.5 centigrade equals 5. Here we go. So like if the temperature goes up nearly 35 degrees, how doomed are we? I'm pretty fucking doomed. Where I live, it got up over 100 degrees in Oregon, okay, this past summer. I can't imagine it being 130, 35 degrees here. It just gobsmacks me. People who live farther south, it will be unlivable for them when it comes to food supply and food sourcing, unless it's all done on indoor farming. We're pretty fucked. Pardon my French. I guess I didn't warn you. There will be cussing occasionally. I try not to, but sometimes, it just comes out. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's see, what did the article actually say? Countries racing to find countries at COP26 COP26 are racing to find ways to stop the global average temperature rise passing that. We need to have it a lot less hot than that, folks. It's one of the reasons we moved farther north. Okay. Heat's also responsible for most climate change related deaths, and could also worsen droughts, wildfires, and floods. Well, duh. We kind of know that. I mean, if you're paying attention, some people aren't paying attention though. So, maybe this will help you somewhere along the line kind of wake up. Our planet's in deep shit, and we have basically made a mess of things, and we need to really fix things big time. Let's see what else is Princeton. Let's see what Princeton trending in the news is about. As you know, that's a major university back east. No, nothing really there that's newsworthy as far as I'm concerned. The one thing I did read the other day, though, and they're reprising it here, the climate crisis is forcing women and girls to sell their bodies. That's an article that you can find in Vice, VICE News. It's not the kind of news that you think Vice might be, but it does point out that there are some portions of the world where people can't raise enough food in order to feed their families, and so they are giving their young women away to people who offer jobs in the cities. And these are generally in what we Americans consider third world countries where this is happening. And then some women do go into it willingly, but what they're talking about here is not a willing sort of situation. They think they're getting a job, and basically they're sold into sexual slavery. Let's see what else is going on today. It isn't a real big news day yet. Oh, interesting. This woman helped her husband start a far right militia group. Now the Oath Keeper's wife says she has regrets. Looking back at the Capitol riot, Tasha Adams ponders her time as an Oath Keeper's wife and asks, "What if I had not supported him?" I think this is kind of a good place to sort of segue off into some philosophy of life, basically. Um, my philosophy of life is to try not to do anything that I know is going to hurt others. This woman didn't believe that this woman Tasha Adams didn't believe or understand that what she was doing could be very harmful to other people. And you can disagree if you want. That's fine. We've got a right to disagree with one another. We've got a right to express our opinions. We have a right to disagree with other people's opinions, as far as that's concerned. To discuss these things calmly, rationally, is not a bad thing. To have opinions is not a bad thing. But I tell you, when it comes down to somebody having an opinion and calling up a representative of Congress and cussing them out and using just about every bad word in the book, that's not having an opinion. That's just being, pardon the expression, a little shit. You know? And the person who gave out the phone numbers of these representatives who happened to have voted yes on an infrastructure bill that will help the country. Tell me you don't have a road or a bridge somewhere in your state, town, county, parish that doesn't need work, that doesn't need help. Tell me, and we just got through talking about climate change, tell me that we don't need to put money into our climate. Tell me that folks don't need jobs in infrastructure to get things done. And I'll say that you're missing out on a lot of information out there if that's what you truly believe, because we do need it and we need it badly. But because these particular senators who were Republican decided to vote for the bill, was it the senators or was it I think it was representatives. Anyway, yeah, that's who it was. It was the House of Representatives. Another House member tweeted out their phone numbers or somehow posted their phone numbers out and posted the phone numbers. And so people could, I mean, it's private phone numbers, I'm assuming. I don't think it was their office phone numbers, although it might have been, but somehow, I don't know. But this was something that was on Rachel Maddow last night, and it was on Chris Hayes yesterday, I believe, as well, and Joy reads the readout. And what that man said to that representative was just evil and vile, and that's wrong. Okay? You can have an opinion. In fact, you can even go out and run a militia group. You just can't go out and hurt other people, whether it's by calling them up on the phone, threatening their family, threatening to kill them, shoot them in the head, calling them an effing this and effing. That's wrong. That's just wrong. And what we need these days is more just talk, give and take. You know, as a person putting this program forth, I have the right and indeed the obligation to unpost and delete comments that are nasty, that are mean, and that curse. And I will do so if I find that the whole purpose is just, the self-aggrandizement of picking on somebody else. That's BS, and y'all know it, okay? Shouldn't cuss. I'll try not to anymore. Anyway, that's my opinion, and just basically the news for today. I'll try and get to you earlier next time so I can still have my coffee in hand because it really helps to soothe one. And I look forward to talking to you again. I'm hoping that y'all have a great day. Stay warm and dry, or cooler and dry, wherever you happen to be. We will be looking forward to some rain later tonight, and then it'll clear out a little bit for the weekend, and that'll be great. Great. Be able to get out there and rake some leaves that have been piling up. Ooh, do we live in a tree-laden area with leaves all over. So it's going to be fun. Have a good weekend. Look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye-bye.